Says the Ben Ish Chai. The Gemara Sanhedrin says, "Atem matveki b'Hashem ekrechem chaim kulchem hayom." Pasuk says, "You who cleave to Hashem, your God, are alive, all of you today. Just as like you're alive today, you will be alive in the world to come." Says the Gemara says, Sechet Sanhedrin. So what does this mean? It says Ben Yoyadad, Ben Ish Chai. Where is there a hint of Olam Haba in this pasuk? It says cleaving to Hashem is impossible in this world. We're the soul inside of a body. So the pasuk is telling us, if in this world you, with a body and a soul, you're still attached to Hashem, and you have a body blocking you, so then if you're alive today, spiritually alive today, then you'll be spiritually alive over there. Over there's only neshama. There's no body. There's no goof. So therefore, a person will be able to, B'ezrat Hashem, cleave today to Hashem, it'll be alive in Olam Haba. Now, the reward of Olam Haba is discussed in the Torah in a very hidden way. And he says, according to Sod, that if you have to, many words in the Torah can be scrambled. You can mix it around. And you have, through many hints, you can find, like, right, for example, right, L'anchil la'ova yesh, right? So Hashem gives to those He love yesh. Yesh, they learn, it's shai olamot, right? 310 spiritual worlds to those who fear and love Hashem. So you have to scramble the letters in order to understand the word Olam Haba. Why? Why doesn't Hashem say explicitly and openly in the pasuk what is the reward for Olam Haba? So it says Ben Ish Chai, the Torah does not speak about Olam Haba because as long as our souls are in our body, we'll never fully understand what it means Olam Haba. Even when we try to, explain it, we'll always have to borrow words. It won't be the real full translation. So therefore, when we say this world, then we use like these borrowed words, like, right? There's workers and there's payment and Hashem will pay us and where our job is not over. But these are all borrowed words. They're not really exactly what the sefirot and the lights and these deep spiritual concepts. It's very hard to describe. So therefore the Torah doesn't speak about it explicitly, only speaks about it in a hinted way because that's the only way we'll be able to understand it. So it says in the pasuk, right? And you'll observe the mitzvot, the hukim, and the mishpatim. So the 613 mitzvot, there's different categories. There's the hukim, mishpatim, and mitzvot. Mitzvot is the commandments that God commanded us in. There's hukim, the things we don't understand. The para adoma, basar b'chalav, right? All these mitzvot that we might not necessarily understand. Mishpatim are logical laws, like don't kill, don't steal. That even the Torah didn't give it to us, we would understand to do it. So it says Ben Ish Chai that Hashem gave a man 3 senses, 3 sources of pleasure: taste, smell, and sight. So he says they sustain him in 3 different situations. What's the most that a person enjoys from is eating. When he leaves this world, he doesn't have, so does the pleasure of eating leave. And he lives in the lower Gan Eden, right? Where's the lower Gan Eden? Over there, you get we know Gan Eden is associated with a good smell. There's a good smell in Gan Eden, they say. So that's corresponding to the scent of smell. But then when he goes to upper Gan Eden, there he'll have the enjoyment of seeing the Pnei Shekhinah, to be able to see the Shekhinah and Hashem's divine presence. So what do you see from here? So the Gemara says that in the Masechet Brachot, in the future, the Tzaddikim, they sit around Hashem, there's no eating, there's no drinking, they just enjoy from the radiance of the divine presence. So Hashem made it, look at how the body is. The mouth is the lowest, the nose is the middle, and the eyes is the highest. To show you that then, in sense of spirituality, those are the senses. That's the order of the senses. To show you that a person has to know that with all our senses we have to serve Hashem in order to be able to enjoy in Olam Haba the real pleasure Hashem set aside for us over there. So now the Gemara Masechet Brachot says the righteous, they sit with a crown around the Shekhinah and they enjoy it from the Pnei Shekhinah. So what does it mean, the crown? So we know that there's 613 mitzvot, and there's a rimon, right? The rimon, the pomegranate, corresponds to the 613 mitzvot. But then we also have 7 mitzvot derabanan. We also have 7 rabbinic mitzvot, and that gives us 620, which is gematria keter, gematria crown. So the mitzvot are going to be like a crown for the Jewish people and the tzaddikim in the Olam Haba. And also on the Rimon, if you notice, there's a crown on the top of the pomegranate. But the Arizal says that these crowns that we're going to have, what are these crowns? They're just like the nice, fancy gold crowns. So he says these crowns are the spirituality and the lights that a person created through the Torah study that he did and the mitzvot that he did. And he says, it's not that just the righteous see the divine presence, they enjoy from it. They enjoy from it. So he says that when the light of divine presence shines on these crowns, it will be like the sun shining on a diamond. Meaning to say that without learning Torah and mitzvot, you look at a diamond in the dark, right? You look at a diamond in the dark, you say, well, what is this? You know, like, what's so special about it? Why people pay top dollar? But then when you clean the diamond, it's shiny, and you put some light on it, and they go outside and it flashes the light back. Whoa, you see, this is unbelievable. Now I know why this is so expensive. So a person has to know, Olam Haba, for us to enjoy, it's not just you go to Olam Haba and you enjoy. You have to come with a crown. You have to come with the Torah and Mitzvot, and then you'll be able to appreciate and you'll be able to see and enjoy from the present. Not just to see, to enjoy. The Gemara says, Rabbi Yosef, the son of Yeshua ben Levi, he became very weak and he became sick. And he was between life and death. He was in and out. He was dying. So he passed out, and he had a clinical death, the Gemara says. So they woke him up, and his father asked him, "No, what did you see?" You know, people say, I saw the light, you know, and he was dying. So he had a clinical death. He went to Shamayim, he came back, and they said, "So no, what do you see?" He says, Olam hafuch ra'iti. He says, I see an upside down world. I see the high ones are low, and the low ones are high. Everybody who thinks they're a big shot over here, they're like this, nobody over there. And the people who are under the radar today, they're, you need zuchut to see them. They're so huge. So he says, you know, my son, he told his son afterwards, no, my son, you didn't see Olam Hafuch. You saw Olam Barur, you saw a clear world. This world's Olam Hafuch. This world's upside down world. So the Ben Ish Chai says that Rav Yosef, what did he see up there? He saw the common unlearned people in the world to come. So it seemed like an upside down world. Those who he knew as wealthy, respected philanthropists, right? They were in this world, they were up, supporting all the paupers, supporting all the low people. But then he saw in Olam Haba the opposite. His father told him, no, that's correct. Why? Because the Gemara says, the Midrash says in Vekar Rabbah, the more does the poor man do for the rich than the rich does for the poor. Right? So when a poor man gives tzedakah, he thinks, oh, you see, without me, you would have nothing. Yeah, you wouldn't survive without me. And the Gemara says, the Midrash says, no, opposite. That zechut that he gave you gave him Olam Hazeh, he gave you Olam Haba. He gave you more than what you gave him. You gave him what, $100? He gave you a priceless $1 million Olam Haba he gave you. So therefore, it makes sense that Olam Haba, the poor man's higher. Because he gave you more. You gave him a little bit less here, he gave you more over there. And he says, he quotes the pasuk in Mishlei, we quoted it before, to give an inheritance to those who love me, of substance, yesh, and I shall fill their treasures. Pasuk Mishlei. So the literal translation of yesh is there is. So Hashem will give us there is. What does it mean there is? He says that really, what's yesh? Yesh means I have. Yes. Yes. Yesh means yes, there is. Right? So he says that Olam Haba, it's not that it's over there. It's yesh, you go to Olam Haba already ready with what you need for Olam Haba. You already built your Olam Haba here. You brought it with you over there. So that's why it's Ashrav Talmudah beyado. Right? Blessed is the man who comes with his Talmud in his hand, which means that you building now your house and your Olam Haba through what you do over here. You're coming with it, yesh already. You're coming with it already, there is. As the Rizal says, Olam Haba is the world to come. It means it's not the world to come, Olam Sheba. It's Olam Haba. Every day it's coming more and more and more. Why? Because you're building more and you're getting closer and higher and holier. So therefore your Olam Haba is closer, that much closer to you, because every day it's coming closer to you. So therefore he says, in Halacha, when a hired worker and an Evet Ivri, right, they're both working, so hired worker is only paid for a number of days that he worked. Evet Ivri, he receives full payment in advance, right? He doesn't get deducted, right? Every he lives with you, and he gets the benefits every day of eating and sleeping and all that stuff that person lives in the house with, right? So since a Jew share in Olam Haba is paid in advance, right? We're like Evet Ivri. We're like a person who gets paid either we work, we didn't work, we live in the house. So therefore Hashem says, I will give them yesh. What does it mean yesh? Even if they, I'll give them reward for all their days, even as if they never miss days. That's also another perk of this pasuk teaching us that Hashem, He doesn't treat us like a day worker. Oh, you work 5 minutes here, you work 5 minutes there, we pay you for this, we don't pay you for that. No, He says it will pay you like every year as long as you're part of our house. You're part of our house no matter what. You're gonna sleep here, you're gonna eat here, even if you maybe missed here, you missed there. That's the power of being the Ohava Yesh. Okay, good. Hazak.